Hello, crafters. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? I have to say, I am not quite ready yet, but I had one more card that I wanted to bring you from the Farmers Market collection from Heartfelt Creations. It's a kind of a quick card. It's kind of showing how easy it is to create something with just a few digital images. It blows me away how it feels like cheating. So let's go ahead and switch our camera and take a look at the pieces we have. All right, so here are the pieces, and I have to admit, most of these were just kind of leftover pieces that I had from the projects that I created earlier this month. So from our little album that I made, I had one more of the little wooden pieces. I had printed out a couple of these that I thought I would use, and I did end up using them, so they were kind of extras. And I had this piece that was a little too large, and I had to make one smaller for another project, so I had this extra. The only thing that I printed special for this card was this one piece right here. So these are all digital images from the elements of the farmer's market. Now, I did use one original product, like a die, and that is this little oval right here. Now, I have found it rather challenging to print out the ovals and have them exactly match my die. So instead of fighting with it, I finally decided to just measure the width and then make my digital piece a similar width. And so it doesn't fit perfectly in there, but it gives me the same on the top and the bottom. Here, let me move this so you can see it better. And I think I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me on my card. So as long as it's kind of, I don't want it to where it's like this or off. But yeah, actually you could move it up like that and then cover up the bottom, and that would be fine too. But I'm going to use it today kind of like this. So that is how I did it. I just measured my die, and then when I printed my digital, I just made my largest width the same. I did this way, then it made this too wide and it covered up too much of my outline. So that's how I did it. And I may find a better way, but I don't have it yet. So, okay. These are the pieces we're going to use. So this is going to be a 5x7 card. And I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of all of my background pieces here. So just quickly going to add some brown. And y'all know I like to use my leftover pieces. If I make it, I like to use it. So that's coming true even for printing. If I print it, I want to use it. I don't like to have lots of extra pieces laying around. I like to turn them into something. And it's funny, but sometimes my extra projects end up being some of my favorites. So I don't know how that is, but that's how it works for me. And sometimes they may, end up in the trash eventually. But most of the time I can turn them into something that is usable. All right, I don't think I'm really going to ink these. I will just do the edge. I'm not really going to flick it. I'm just going to run it so you don't see that white. But I don't want to get it up on my image. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Now, this piece is just a tad smaller than 5x7. And because my frame was in black, I don't really like that white showing. So I have gone ahead and cut myself a piece of black to be 5x7. And I'm going to go ahead and mount this on black. So like I said, I didn't print these pieces out with the idea of making this particular card. I more just took my leftover pieces and said, okay, what can I do with these to put them all together? And this is what I came up with. But I really like some particular elements about it. It's almost like I used some color blocking ideas from, a while ago. That was really popular in scrapbooking, was color blocking. And those were some of the ideas that I put into this card while I was putting these pieces together. So since this piece of paper had this little decorative piece right down there, I wanted to make sure I kind of preserve some of that. I liked that difference that it made. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this into the frame. I will pop up some of these pieces, but not these. So there we go. Put that right in there. Okay, and like I said, I just made the top and bottom edges be about the same. All right, now this piece, I made a brown frame for it to go on. And I guess I didn't have to. I just kind of liked adding that extra frame, gave it some more depth. And I could have done it in black, but I didn't want this to get too dark. All right. I want this wood piece to come across right down here, kind of like this. And I'm going to go ahead and wait, and at the end I'm going to put it so it hangs off a little bit on both sides, and then I'm going to trim off those edges. I guess I do need this out. I really like this piece of wood piece. I have enjoyed, like, I just like that piece. I can see myself going back and printing that out for other things. And whoops, I got that a little crooked. Don't think it'll matter, but then this piece, I think I'm going to... Okay. I was going to position these. This I definitely want to add foam onto. So let's go ahead and do that. Wanted to put just a few out here on some of these leaves because I don't want those to get damaged. It's just some little pieces out here. Maybe one there. So is everyone all ready for the holiday season to get into full swing? I'm struggling this year with like Christmas shopping and things like that. I don't have a single idea. I'm not even in the mood to go shopping, which is very strange. I normally love shopping. And of course, I'm always in the mood to go crafty shopping, but anyway, I'm just kind of struggling with my holiday ideas. So I wondered if anyone else was having that problem. So okay, I'm going to position this so that I can still see some of those, although I don't know if once I add this piece it's really going to matter all that much. So let's go ahead . I'm tempted to pop this piece up as well, but like I've told you before, my mom and my sister, they're not big lovers of too much dimension, so. There we go. And now this piece, I am going to pop that up as well. Oops, you know what? Before I put foam on this piece, I wanted to stamp a sentiment right up here. So let's decide what we want this to say. See what kind of sentiments I have nearby. Let's see. I totally forgot to grab a sentiment, but I don't want to put, oh, I kind of like it off to the side like that too. I had plans for it to go right here, but I kind of like it there too. Do you have a preference? Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do it. We may switch gears. That covers up a lot of my wood piece. I do have this little sentiment that says Sweet Day. So we could set it off to the side. Put this right here. And then, what do you think? Anybody have an opinion? Or we could kind of tap it right in there. What do you think? I kind of like it. Maybe we can pop that up a little more so it doesn't cover up so much of the basket. I kind of like this leaf being right here on this. But I don't want to cover up too much. Kind of liking that though. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and pop this up after all. And I can always just stamp my sentiment onto another piece of paper and cut it out and put it up there if I decide I like that better. But since I didn't bring any sentiment stamps over here to choose from, we want to keep moving on. So just going to go ahead and put these down. Okay. This was literally my very last piece that I have printed out from the farmer's market set. So I am going to offset this just a little bit. I'm going to go with right there. Now this piece, I'm going to have to move just a little bit of my foam because it's making it not go where I want it to go. No worries. There we go. I'm going to let this be about, well, more of that's going to have to come up. So that's what happens when you change your mind on the fly. You might have to cut off some of your foam. There we go. Let me get it where I want it. Yeah, right there's good. Okay. Peel off some of this. Like I said, in these kind of videos, you get to see my process. Are y'all having big Thanksgiving celebrations? This weekend on Saturday, my son and his wife are throwing a Friendsgiving here at my house. And I believe my daughter and her new husband are considered part of their friends and the Friendsgiving, so they'll be here as well. And hopefully the weather will still be nice enough that they can serve their meal out on the back porch. We have like a screened-in back porch on the back of our house, and in past years that's where they've done it. So I'm looking forward to having the kids around. I think that will help me get in a festive mood. Having my kids around will do that. Okay, finally got that off. Okay. Boy, this is being cantankerous. This paper doesn't want to come off of here. One more. There we go. Okay. I really like this apple image. I think it's so pretty. All right, there we go. And then this one, I'm just going to turn it a bit. There we go. And I think, yeah, they all stayed on. All right. I'm liking how that looks so far. So this piece, I can kind of have it hanging off. I can put it on top. I think it's just too big. It's a little too big. What do you think? Do we want it right in there? I don't like it covering up so much of the image. This piece just isn't doing it for me. We're going to leave that off. All right, so I think my plan is I would like to tie a nice pretty black ribbon maybe and put right here, and then put my sentiment right up here in this open spot. That is my idea. But you see how fast it is? I mean, like I said, it's like cheating having these images that you just print out. You don't color anything, or, you know, it's so fast and it's still so pretty. And I love the option of being able to change the sizes. Okay, one thing I did forget was to trim off that wood. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this one. I think the other one, since it's underneath there, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that. There we go. Well, if you haven't purchased the Farmers Market collection, I encourage you to grab it before they're gone. There's only a few more. I mean, once Thanksgiving's over, it's really just a few days. We're down to days of what's left for our shopping at Heartfelt. So let me switch back real quick. Yes, so if you haven't gotten everything you want, make sure you get it purchased before November 30th. So I have my cart loaded already. I'm just kind of waiting until I can afford to get some more before I push the complete button. But then I'll have everything I want, I think. So we will have until the end of December to go ahead and get those all downloaded, but you will have to have them purchased before November 30th. So all right, thank you for joining me to make this little extra pieces card, and I will post a picture of it there when I get a sentiment on there, and I look forward to crafting with you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.